Hi there, thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Natasha, welcome to my channel. Today's video is an introduction for my graveyard project pan. This project was created a couple years ago by Emily. I'll have her information and all the information you would need for this project pan in the description box. This project will run from April 30th to October 30th, or maybe October 31st. It might actually end on Halloween, now that I think about it. These updates will happen every 2 months. So my next update won't be on May 30th, it'll be on June 30th. And there aren't really a ton of rules. The main objective is you want to pick products that fall into either one of the two categories. The first one being collecting cobwebs. These are products that have been in your collection for a long time. Maybe they don't get reached for very much, so they're collecting cobwebs. And then the other one is resurrection, which is a product that you had in a previous project pan, didn't finish it, and now you're resurrecting it and bringing it back to finish it in this project pan. I didn't do this project last year, but I did do it the year before and I really loved it. I had a lot of project pans happening last year and I couldn't really make it work within what I was already doing. But this year I asked if I could join it again and Emily was so gracious and let me back in. I have 6 products, 3 of them are makeup products and then 3 of them are non-makeup products. I don't typically put non-makeup products in project pans, but I'll explain later why I feel like it's necessary to bring these back in. These are 100% collecting cobweb products. All of the products I talk about today will be under the collecting cobwebs category. So let's start with the makeup first. I have an eyebrow pencil here from NYX. It's in the shade Ash Brown. I purchased this in the middle of 2018, so it's not the oldest product I'm going to talk about today, but I feel like it's still getting up there. I worry about these types of twist up pencils. I feel like if they get too old, they get too dry, they snap off, and then you can't really use them and so you waste the product. I have 2 products like that today. I just finished up my brow pomade from ABH. That was the one I was focusing on for years, and now that that is finished, I can focus on some of the other brow products in my collection that have gotten a little bit older, and I'm going to start with this one. Ash Brown is a little bit too dark for me, but if I use a really light hand, I feel like I can make it work. I'm wearing it in my brows today. I don't think it's too dark. And then I have a couple other shades. I think I have one in taupe as well. So once this one is finished, I'll roll in taupe. I don't have a lot left in here. I do think I've used up a pretty decent amount of the product so far over the years, but because this is a darker shade, I have to use a lighter hand. So I'm actually not sure if this will be done in my next update. If it is, I'll just roll in a new brow pencil. And for this, we're starting at 3.44 grams. The next roll-up product I want to talk about is easily one of the oldest products in my collection. It's the e.l.f. matte lip color in the shade Nearly Nude. I purchased this back in, I believe, 2016, and there is pretty much all of the product still in there. This is a beautiful color. In my head, I think, oh, I need to buy some more like affordable nude lip colors. I have one right here. Why don't I use this? This is a really affordable product. I don't expect the packaging to be the best in the world, and so I worry that this will break off and get dry and be not usable after a while, so I'm going to try to use as much of it as I can. If I can finish it, that would be great, but I'll pretty much just continue using it until it inevitably breaks. In my brain, I just feel like it's gonna break at some point. So I'll try to be as careful as I can, but I do want to make an effort to reach for this more. And for this one, we're starting at 13.75 grams. The last makeup product I want to talk about is a lip pencil from NYX in the shade Peekaboo Neutral. If you can see, I have already used up quite a bit of this, but I was focusing on other lip pencils in another project pan, and now that those are either finished or are almost finished, then I feel like I can pull this one in. It's a really nice nude, everyday type of shade. This product is so old that it still has the little green dot on it. I'm not sure if everyone is going to understand the significance of this green dot at the bottom of the product. If you can see, there's like a little green dot there, and that was actually placed there by one of my managers when I worked at Ulta 5 years ago. They used to have a system, I don't know if they have this anymore, where if you brought in a lip product during your shift to touch up, or just like any type of makeup product that was sold at Ulta, they would mark it to prove that like you had already purchased it in the past. I mean, the product works fine, there's nothing wrong with it, but it is definitely something that collects cobwebs in my collection. And I am just trying to go through my lip products this year, just really focusing on what I have and trying to work out some of the older products if I can. And for this one, we're starting at 2.38 grams. I do have one skincare product, and it is from Andalou Naturals. It's the Pumpkin Honey Glycolic Mask. This is almost entirely full. I might have used it a handful of times, but there is still so much product in here. And I'm putting this in the project because I want to remember to use this. I do use a glycolic product in my skincare routine already. I switched over to the Glow Tonic from Pixi. I really love it. It's much easier to use than a mask because I have to put this on, let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes, and then rinse it off. But the glycolic acid I can just apply with like a cotton pad and then move on to my next routine. So it's just much faster, it's much easier, and so I've been really using that a lot more than this and kind of forgetting that this exists. Skincare products don't last forever. I do want to make sure that this is finished before I go back to the Glow Tonic. And I felt like if I put it in a project pan, it might remind me, maybe I can remember to use it like 2 to 3 times a month. I don't need to use this every day, it's not necessary. And for this one, we're starting at 110.76 grams. My next product is a hair product. I don't think I've ever put a hair product in a project pan before, but I do have a serious problem of having tons of hair stuff in my closet in my bathroom. It's actually like a little secret shame I have that I've never really discussed before. I don't really put products in my hair that often, but over the years I'll try something, I'll pick something up, or I'll get something as a gift and it'll just pile up and pile up. I can go through shampoo and conditioner at a decent rate, especially with how long my hair is now. But when it comes to other like styling products or hair masks or stuff like that, I just cannot remember to grab for them on a regular basis. So I thought I'd try to put them in a project pan and see if I can take those numbers down a little bit. So I figured a project pan might help me just have a little bit more motivation to reach for them. And the first product is from Redken. It's the All Soft Supple Touch. This is also 4 to 5 years old, and I am just under the halfway mark, so I feel like I at least have made some good progress so far. This is a softening cream spray, so it's in a spray bottle, but it's like a creamy consistency, and I think you're supposed to put it on your hair when it's wet to kind of just add some moisture back into your ends. I often forget to use products like this because I typically shower at night, and I typically wash my hair at night, and I let my hair air dry, and I don't love the idea of putting on product on my hair only to like sleep on my pillow at night, and then that product is all over my pillowcase, and then eventually it's touching my face maybe and giving me more of a chance to break out, or maybe it's on my back, again giving me more of a chance to break out. But I do like this product. I do like how it makes my hair feel. It doesn't make enough of a difference for me to consider this like my favorite thing ever and want to reach for it more often, but I've come this far. I'm more than halfway done with it. I figured I'll put it in a project pan and see if I can finish it. And for this one, we are starting at 100.67 grams. And the last one is more of an interesting product. I got this as a birthday present, I think last year. It's from Paul Mitchell and it's the Awapuhi Moisture Mist. And this is interesting because it's very liquidy. It's kind of just like a watery product, and you're supposed to be able to put this on your hair and on your skin. And I have used it like as a after shower body spray, like maybe getting some more moisture back into my skin after a shower. And I thought it was fine for that. It doesn't feel sticky or gross. The scent is like very forgettable to me. It's not like the best scent in the world, but I thought the way I could use this is to use it like I would a facial spray, but for my body. So for my skincare routine, I typically spray a toner or some type of facial spray on my skin to make it a little bit damp and then put moisturizer on top of that. So I figured I could do that for my body as well, try to remember to moisturize my skin a little bit more often and use this as the spray to dampen my skin first. I still have a ton of ways to go left on this product. I'm about 2/3. But I have had this for over a year now and I've only made that much progress, so I figured I would put it in a project pan and try to remember to reach for it more. And for this one, we're starting at 195.45 grams. I'd be curious to know what your thoughts are on watching project pan updates that have non-makeup items in there. And I know some people will put like fragrances or, you know, the random hair product or skincare product in a project pan. I know some people who do full-on skincare and body care project pans as well. And I do enjoy watching them, but I think part of me still prefers to watch mostly makeup project panning. I wanted to ask if you felt the same way. Do you prefer watching only makeup being panned, or do you not care what's being panned? You just like watching panning content? But yeah, I'll have all the information you would need about the project in the description box. once again, go over and see Emily's update. I'm really excited to see everybody's update. That's probably what I'll be doing mostly today and tomorrow, is watching all the videos. I do have a Partners in Cream project pan, a regular 2021 project pan, and a Pan Those Eyeshadows project. So if you'd like to see any of those, I do have a project pan playlist, and I'll have that in the description box as well. But in the meantime, that's everything I have. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!